Welcome to the desert of the real.
Peace, family. I'm making this video this morning because something kind of irritated me that I saw online. Um, this brother did a video, and basically, it was a video talking about the quote, end quote, conscious community, and what's the problems with the conscious community. And one of the things that he said just struck a nerve with me. He said something about him being insulted by somebody, like either one person from the so-called conscious community, and he said it was more than one. And based on his experience, he felt that if you want to recruit people to, and I'm using his terms, your cause, then you have to talk to them in a better way. You can't insult them and stuff. Now, the not insulting people stuff I agree with 100%, and that's one of the things that I take the participants or members of the quote, end quote, conscious community to task for all the time. I come from the school of thought that if you want to show someone or recruit someone into a way of thinking, then you should be a living example of what it is that you're teaching and you're preaching. Because then, when people see how you're thriving and how you're doing, it'll recruit them into be a part of it, because then they want to duplicate what you're doing so they can have success in their life. That's a much more effective strategy than preaching to people. So I agree with that 100%. The part that I have a major problem with is this whole concept of your cause. And it's disturbing to me when I hear another African here in America or anywhere, make this separation between a socio-economic and political infrastructure controlled by and for African people, and refer to that as your cause, like as if they're sitting outside, totally divorced from the socio-economic and political context in which we as African people live in. And now they're sitting back like they're watching a goddamn movie or something, and they have to be recruited into something that's somebody else's cause that's not theirs. What kind of stupid bullshit is that? And actually, it's the most delusional shit I've ever heard of in my life. We're all in this prison called America. And yet there's some Africans here who feel like even though they're residing inside of the prison, they're free. And they're looking at all the other inmates who's trying to plot how to get out of here, and trying to come up with a way to consolidate and mobilize so that they can do something to get out of the prison. And they're sitting back saying, well, hey, if y'all guys want me to be a part of your cause, you got to act like this and you got to act like that. See, that's the problem. The fact that it's looked upon, our empowerment is looked upon as something outside of ourselves, is the problem. Not the so-called conscious community, because quite frankly and honestly, from a realistic and practical level, there is no conscious community. This is just another way to separate us. I use conscious community, I use African-centered as a general descriptor, sort of like how I use black. I know I refer to myself as a black man sometimes, and I refer to black people, but I know that we're African. But I don't reject the term black. I don't get into that whole, oh, well, black means this, and according to legal, get the fuck out of here. We already know what black. It's just like with the word nigga. Everybody wants to say, oh, don't use nigga because nigga means you. There are brothers that can come up to me that I haven't seen in years and say, oh snap, what's up, my nigga? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna say, oh, that's an offensive word. Don't say that and don't refer to me as a nigga. He's not coming at me from a position of hate. Even though he's using the word, the intentions behind his usage is, oh snap, this is my dude. I haven't seen him in a while. He just happens to use nigga. We need to. When it comes to words, I don't believe in this banning of words and don't say this and don't say that. That's bullshit. What's important is the context in which the word is said. If a brother's coming to me saying, yo, oh snap, what's up, my nigga, how you doing? That's a big difference than some white person coming up to me saying, what are you doing around here, nigga? It's the same word, the context is different and the effect is different. Or it could even be the same with a black person coming at you. A black person can come at you with the word nigga and it be a totally negative connotation. So, I don't want to get into that. That's another aside. But the basic point that I want to make is this. We are African people. We are all in the same prison here in America. Now I'm referring to Africans residing here in America. I don't want to touch on Africans in other parts of the world because I'm not in other parts of the world. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I feel united with all my brothers and sisters from all over the world. But I'm not addressing that now. I'm addressing Africans in America. We are all here together. So if we want to separate ourselves into these little cliques and crews and stuff, I would suggest you go to my website, go to my About Me section of my website, and I give a whole breakdown on cliques and crews and clubs and groups and all of these little things that people want to, get into so that they can feel good about themselves. Bottom line is, we're all in the same boat. And until we start realizing that we are in the same boat, we're going to have stupid discussions like this about somebody in the conscious community said something bad about me, so now I don't want to be a part of their court and all of this bullshit. People will come up with 1,000 excuses to take themselves out of the game. What you need to do is stop worrying about some idiot in the so-called conscious community and get your ass in the game. Suit up, put a uniform on, and stop with the bullshit. That's all I got to say about that. Peace.